So in this video, we're going to be looking at how we put on our north symbol and our scale bar as well. So to do that, we need to be looking in our annotate tab, which is this one up here. And to do our north symbol, to start off with, very simple. We've got this big simple button over here. Press on that, and we can just place our north symbol wherever we want it to be. It's quite important you put a north symbol on so we know which elevation's which, and you literally just place it down wherever you want it. And that's as good to go with that one. So to put our scale bar on, a little bit more tricky because Revit doesn't have its own scale bar, and the scale bar is really important when we're printing off these drawings, and especially if we're presenting them to local building control for planning permission or building regulation control. So to get a scale bar in, I've actually put one on our Teams page, and on our Teams page, if you go into your Teams page, General, Class Materials, Digital Technology, Revit, and then I've got another folder called Revit Downloads. Inside there, we've got this scale bar. So this one here, you actually want to download that into your Revit. To do that, I'm just going to click on there, and I'm going to go download. So that's now downloaded into my downloads. So I can now come back into Revit. And the same as when we're importing stuff third party, we do it the exact same way. So in here, I need to go into Insert and Load Family. Once I'm in here, I need to come into my computer, find my Downloads section there, and there's my scale bar. Double click on that. That's now bringing my scale bar into where I want it to be. So once it's finished doing its business, as it's doing now, that's it. Back into annotate, back into symbol again, because that's where you'll find the scale bar, and because it's the last thing you loaded in, it's the first thing that comes up. Now you need to be thinking about what the paper size is and what scale you're working to. So down here it says I've got an A3 sheet and the scale is at 1 to 100. So I need to change stuff before I start placing this scale bar. So up into my properties box up here, then I definitely need to be into a scale of 1 to 100, like so. The trouble is, it's still saying 1 to 100 at A1. So we'll look at the actual scale bar in the middle of the page now. You can see that it says visual scale 1 to 100 at A1, but my paper is actually going to be A3. So to change that, I need to go into edit type. When I'm in edit type, I can change a few things. Where it says paper size there, you can see it says A1. Just click on that and then type in A3. It will say no matches, but that's fine. Just click apply. Because all that's done is changed the text that's written onto the scale bar itself. Personally, I don't like to have a box around the outside of it. So this Viz box, I like to uncheck that and then click apply and then click OK. And then once we've done that, I can now place this scale bar somewhere. So I would like to place it down the bottom right-hand corner, out of the way a little bit. It's just there for reference and for people to check the scale of the drawing. So the idea is behind the scale bar is if you had this page printed and you had a scale ruler, you could measure this scale bar here at 10 meters and double check to make sure that it has been printed correctly at the right scale. So if you are taking measurements off of here and scaling measurements off a drawing, you are actually scaling at the right size. And that's how you do symbols and scale bars.